I have a confession. I am the side chick in my friend's marriage. I want out, but I can't because I love Anthony so much that I don't know how to leave him. Hi, you're welcome to Life Stories with Bussy, where true life speaks and healing begins. Today I have another story for you, and I'm not going to waste time. I'll just go straight into the story. But before I go on with the story, I just want to ask, why are you not sharing the links of the videos here to your friends and loved ones? Just take a link, just share the link. Just copy the link and share to other people. You don't have to do too much. It's not going to take you more than a minute to share this link with other people. Okay, so today let's do an exercise. The exercise is that I want you to please send the link of this video to a friend. Just one friend. Just share this link to one friend. Thank you in advance because I know that you're going to do that. With that said, let's go into today's story. So the person goes, "Hello, Bussy. Confession. I am the side chick in my friend's marriage. I want to leave, but I can't because I love Anthony so much that I don't know how to leave him. Not having him in my life will kill me. No, I didn't start out to be a side chick, but it just happened. And while I make sure that he doesn't treat his wife badly because of me, I don't like to be in this position, but I can't leave Anthony. Anthony has been married for 13 years and we've dated for 6 of those years. I've always known Anthony. We're family friends. My mom and Anthony's mom were teachers in the same school and they became close friends till now. My mother knows about my affair with him, but his mother doesn't. We practically grew up together, and while we never dated back then, we made out a couple of times. Nothing serious, but it was my first. We dated other people, and eventually we both got married to different partners. We lived separate lives. I was even at his wedding because my mother forced me to attend. I genuinely didn't feel anything for him then, until years later when I had issues in my own marriage and was looking for a divorce attorney. I knew he was a lawyer, so I called to ask if he could help. He told me to come. And right there in his office, we did it. I didn't feel sorry because my marriage had already suffered, especially in the other room. I'd been denied for so long. So when that happened, it felt refreshing. I told myself it was nothing, that I'll be more composed next time. That was just a moment of weakness, but that failed too. I tried to stay away, but he gave me the attention I had longed for. He woke me up every morning with texts, checked on me during the day, bought me surprise gifts when there was no reason to. He told me that he realized that he had always loved me, that maybe we should have married each other instead of ending up with different people. We started a full-blown relationship. The terms were clear. He wasn't leaving his marriage, not because he loved his wife, but because of his children. I understood that, having just left my marriage, I wasn't eager to enter another one, especially not by crashing his. He got me a place in a quiet neighborhood on the outskirts of town, and the plan was to be careful. We traveled together for some of his business meetings and stayed discreet. But my mother came to stay with me one time and she caught us, even though we tried to be careful. She asked what was going on. At first, I tried to lie. But she looked at me and said, "Don't be the wheel that blocks another woman's progress. Look for a single man to marry. Have children and settle down. If you don't stop this nonsense, I will report you to Anthony's mother. And I know if Anthony's mother finds out, she will blow everything up." I once discussed having children with Anthony, but he said it will ruin everything we had. He told me, if you want a child, you can have one, but with someone else. I was shocked. I asked why I couldn't be the father, and he said, I wouldn't feel right raising a child secretly separate from the ones I already have. We fought. I told him, you have everything, a family, a home. I have nothing. But I was miserable, and still I was the one who called and apologized. Sometimes I hate his wife for having the good side of him. I check her social media pages all the time. She doesn't even post him, not like I would if we were married. I actually think she doesn't love him. I know he doesn't love her because he says I'm the one he loves. Even though deep down, I feel like I'm the one losing in this triangle. We try not to discuss her, but I've met her twice, once at a friend's event and once at Anthony's mother's 70th birthday. One time, a friend from university started showing interest in me. We chatted and hung out a few times. Anthony found out and accused me of cheating on him. I told him, you cheat on me every day with your wife. We argued, he stormed off. This time I didn't beg, but he came back apologizing. He said, I can't do without you. You are the center of my life. My life is miserable without you. Then he told me something I didn't expect. That he had secondary infertility after a surgery, and that's why he hasn't had a boy after his 2 girls. He said maybe I should consider adoption. He reminded me that I didn't have any children in my marriage. He said, what's the assurance that if you date other men, you would have children? He even mentioned our friend's mother, who had only 1 child from our youth, went through 4 different marriages, and they all ended because she couldn't have more. Now, I turned 40 earlier this year, and I feel like I haven't achieved anything. My friends are married, children. I compare every man to Anthony, and none can hold a torch to him. The truth is, Anthony gives me peace. I'm the only other woman in his life, and I know it's because we go way back. I can't imagine my life without him, but even with him, I feel both deep satisfaction and deep emptiness. I don't know if you understand, Bussy. So I'm thinking maybe I should enjoy the status quo. Maybe I will adopt like he suggested. I know I should leave him, but I don't think I will survive that. Not yet. We've been together for 6 years. I know your community people will bash me, but I just want to know, has anyone else been in this situation? 3 things I want to say. But before I say those 3 things, I just want to say, you know what you should do. You know what you should do. 3 things I just want to say. And the 3 things are, 1, don't be a fool. You know they say that a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Please, don't be a fool. The second thing I want to say is that you need to build fresh dose of self-worth. Fresh dose of self-worth that will make you know what you're worth, so that you don't enjoy playing second fiddle. The third thing I would say is that try to make sure that you create boundaries in whatever relationship you find yourself in. Because I can see that from when you were a teenager hanging out with Anthony, you never really created a boundary. So you were a low-hanging fruit for anybody to reach. I'm talking emotional boundaries, I'm talking physical boundaries, and every other boundary that you can think of. You did not create boundaries for yourself. And so it was so easy for someone to be your first, you did not date, and then years down the line, you walk into this person's office, and there and then, there was no restriction, nothing. There and then in his office, he had you again with no defined relationship. So you need to create emotional boundaries. This isn't just about love. It's about addiction, attachment, and a fear of starting over. Sometimes people don't stay because they are happy. They stay because they don't know who they truly are without the person they are tied to. But the love that makes you hide will always hurt you in the light. And sometimes the hardest kind of living is the one where you walk away from the version of yourself that settles for being second. That said, remember the first three things I said. Don't be a fool, because a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Secondly, you need a healthy dose of self-worth. And the third thing is you need to build boundaries. In fact, you need to build a wall. And the last thing that I would say, when you say you love somebody, you are the one that bestowed love on that person. Okay? You are the one that gave the person the power to be special. Okay? If you take your love back, if you withdraw your love, they become ordinary people. Take your love back. When you take your love back, you realize that that guy is just an ordinary guy. Guys, what do you think about this story? Please drop your comments. You've been watching Life Stories with Bussy. My name is Adebusola David. See you in the next story.